Dear students, today we will discuss about the complete structure of male reproductive system. Already you know that the male reproductive system comprises mainly two things. One is primary sex organs and secondary sex organs. Primary sex organs also known as gonads and secondary sex organs also known as accessory sex organs. And primary sex organs, in case of human beings, they are a pair of testes. They are the primary sex organs or gonads in case of human beings. And each testis, they comprises approximately 250 compartments. Those compartments also known as testicular lobules. And dear students, each testicular lobules that comprises 2 to 3 highly coiled seminiferous tubules. And dear students, remember this thing, seminiferous tubules, they are the structural and functional unit of testis. Reason is, seminiferous tubules, they are responsible for the production of sperms. Okay? And each seminiferous tubules, they together to make a network. That network is known as rete testis. And this network which makes a ciliary structure, this ciliary structure is known as vasa efferentia. And this vasa efferentia which opens into a duct, this duct is known as epididymis. And this epididymis which takes a loop and which opens into this duct is known as vas deferens. And this vas deferens moves upwards and it takes a loop towards urethra, and here this vas deferens joined with seminal vesicles and they form a ejaculatory duct. And dear students, I will explain one more time. Each testis comprises testicular lobules. Testes are the primary sex organs, and testes, they are responsible for the production of sperms and they are responsible for the production of hormones. That is male hormone, that is testosterone hormone also known as androgen. Okay? And testosterone hormone is responsible for the appearance of secondary sexual characters in case of males or in case of pubertal males. Puberty. Write a note, puberty, this is very important for your theory exam. Define puberty. Puberty is nothing but an organism at sexually maturity or at the age of sexually maturity, that is known as puberty. And male reproductive system comprises a pair of testes. Testes, they are responsible for the production of sperms and male hormone. And male reproductive system also comprises secondary sex organs. They are also known as accessory sex organs. And accessory sex organs, that mean helping sex organs, they are also known as secondary sex organs. That includes few ducts as well as glands. In that, rete testis, vas efferentia, epididymis and vas deferens. They are the different kinds of ducts. And in case of male reproductive system, few glands are also present. They are a pair of seminal vesicle and a single prostate gland and a pair of bulbourethral gland. Bulbourethral glands, they are also known as corpus gland. Okay? And now, production of sperms takes place in testicular lobules by the help of seminiferous tubules, and that sperm moves into rete testis This is a network formed by several seminiferous tubules together to make one network, that is rated testis, and this rated testis which makes a ciliary structures. Ciliary means hair-like structures, that is known as vasa efferentia. This rated testis opens into vasa efferentia. And vasa efferentia, what is the function of vasa efferentia? Which carries sperms outside the testis. That is the main function of vasa efferentia. And this ciliary structure or vasa efferentia which opens into duct-like structure, this duct-like structure is known as epididymis. Very important for your NEET exam, for your CET exam. What are the functions of epididymis? This is the highly coiled duct. This is responsible for the storage of sperms temporarily. And in epididymis, sperm motility also takes place. Okay, sperm motility is nothing but sperm maturation. One function is storage of sperm temporarily, and second function is sperm motility or sperm maturity. Okay, and in case of testicular lobules, here seminiferous tubules, they produce sperms. That process is known as spermatogenesis. We will discuss later. And now sperm is here in epididymis. This duct, it takes a loop downwards and into another duct. This duct is known as vas deferens. Vas deferens is also highly coiled duct and which goes upward. That means which carries sperms upward and it takes a loop at the part of urinary bladder, and this loop joins together a pair of glands. These glands are known as seminal vesicles. And now vas deferens join together seminal vesicles to form another duct. This duct is known as ejaculatory duct. This is responsible for sperm ejaculation. Okay, and now seminal vesicle, they are the important glands present in case of human male reproductive system. Seminal vesicle, they are in pair. They are present just below the vas deferens, and they are responsible for the production of mucus and alkaline fluid. Mucus means gummy-like substance or jelly-like substance. Along with mucus, these glands, seminal vesicles, they also secretes alkaline fluid. And for your NEET exam, what are the composition of this secretion or secretion by seminal vesicle? This secretion mainly contains fructose, citric acid, calcium, and also prostaglandins. This is very important, dear students, for your NEET exam. The secretion of seminal vesicle which mainly contains fructose, citrate or citric acid, calcium ions, and prostaglandins. And then just below our seminal vesicle, a single large gland is present. This single large gland is known as prostate gland. Dear students, remember one thing for your NEET exam: seminal vesicles, they are in pair. Bulbourethral glands or Cowper's glands, they are in pair, but prostate gland is a single gland. That is not in pair. A single large gland present in male reproductive system, that is prostate gland. Very important gland in case of human male reproductive system. This prostate gland which secretes milky white secretion. In case of seminal vesicle, that secretion usually yellowish in color, but in case of prostate gland which secretes milky secretion, and this milky secretion actually which neutralizes the urine, which may kill the sperms. That is the important function of prostate gland. The secretion of prostate gland which may neutralizes the urine, which may kill the sperms. And just below the prostate gland, on either side of urethra, this part is known as urethra. On either side of urethra, a pair of smaller paired glands are present. They are known as Cowper's glands. These glands are known as Cowper's glands. It is there in your NCERT textbook. Cowper's glands, they are also known as bulbourethral glands. One of the important paired glands present in case of human male reproductive system, they are bulbourethral glands or Cowper's gland. They are responsible for the secretion of mucus secretion. They secretes mucus secretion and is responsible for or are very helpful for lubrication of penis during sexual intercourse. So these bulbourethral glands, they are also known as copulatory glands or Cowper's glands or bulbourethral glands. And this ejaculatory duct and all these secretions, they opens into a common passage. This common passage is for pathway for urine as well as pathway for sperm conduction. Okay, this passage is known as urethra. And dear students, remember this thing for your NEET exam as well as for your Karnataka CET exam. That is, in case of human beings, a system is present. That system is known as urinogenital system. But in case of females, urinary system is different and genital system is different. Urinogenital system, that means urethra is the common passage for the flow of urine and also for the flow of sperm. Okay, so that is urethra, and this urethra finally opens outside through a small opening. That small opening is known as urethral meatus. This is the small opening or at the tip of the penis. This is the small opening present at the tip of the penis. And now actually male reproductive system also comprises one single external genitalia in case of males, that is penis. Penis is the erectile organ and it is very helpful for insemination. Insemination means transfer of semen into female reproductive tract. That process is known as insemination. Okay, so here penis is very helpful for the process of insemination, and actually this is one of the erectile organ which undergoes contraction and relaxation. Okay, and it has one large tip that is known as glans penis, and around the glans penis a skin fold is present. That skin fold is known as foreskin. That skin fold is known as foreskin. Okay, and here in this diagram or in this discussion, one question arises for your NEET exam. Flow of sperm or conduction of sperm, that series in order. Okay, so that is very, very important. Actually, sperm production takes place in testicular lobules, here seminiferous tubules, and then rete testis, and sperm move towards vasa efferentia, and then epididymis, and then vas deferens, and then seminal vesicle, and then prostate gland, bulbourethral gland, and urethra, and finally ejaculate out. And dear students, already I told you, male reproductive system comprises mainly two things. One is primary sex organs as well as secondary sex organs. Secondary sex organs, they are also known as accessory sex organs. Okay, accessory sex organs, which includes few accessory ducts as well as accessory glands. And here accessory glands, they secrete some secretion. All those secretions are collectively known as seminal plasma. Seminal plasma, this is very important for your theory exam. One more question. What is seminal plasma? Seminal plasma is nothing but the collective secretion of seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and bulbourethral gland. All these secretions are collectively known as seminal plasma. And another question arises in your theory exam, that is semen. So, what is semen? This is one more question for your theory exam. What is semen? Dear students, remember one thing, semen is different from sperm. Okay? Reason is, actually semen is nothing but this seminal plasma along with sperm. That is known as, that composition is known as semen. Semen is nothing but seminal plasma along with sperm. In other words, 90% of seminal plasma and 10% of sperm. 90% of seminal plasma and 10% of sperm. This combination is known as semen. Okay. And now what is ejaculation? Dear students, ejaculation is nothing but transfer of semen into female reproductive tract. That is ejaculation. Ejaculation means sperm or semen goes out through penis. Okay, that is known as ejaculation. Okay, and dear students, now the structural and functional unit of testis, that is seminiferous tubules. This is very important for your NEET as well as for your CET and also for your theory exam. And now we will discuss the TS of testis or transverse section of testis. And this is the transverse section of testis. Okay? And TS of testis, which comprises mainly the structural and functional unit of testis, they are known as seminiferous tubules. They are seminiferous tubules. And all these seminiferous tubules, they get surrounded by a tissue. That tissue is known as connective tissue. Okay, and here I will take one seminiferous tubule for our explanation. Seminiferous tubule is lined with germinal epithelial cells, or they are also known as germ cells. These tuboidal cells are known as germ cells, and they also contains a large cone-shaped cells. These large cone-shaped cells, they are known as Nurse cells or Sertoli cells. Okay, and here we also observe sperm cells. The tail-like cells, they are known as sperm cells. Okay, and for your NEET and CET exam, what is the function of germinal epithelial or germ cells in case of seminiferous tubules, and what is the role of Nurse cells or Sertoli cells, and what is the role of these cluster of cells Leydig cells. They are also known as interstitial cells. Okay. Now, these germ cells, they are responsible for the process of spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis is a process. Actually, these germ cells undergoes spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis is nothing but process of formation of haploid sperms. Okay. And next, these cone-shaped large cells are known as Sertoli cells or nurse cells. They are very helpful for developing spermatids and sperm cells. That means they nourishes the spermatids or they provides nutrition to the developing sperm cells or spermatids. Okay. So they are also known as nurse cells. Nurse means they give treatment or they give nourishment or nourishes the sperms or sperm cells. And testes, they are responsible for the production of sperms. That process is known as spermatogenesis. And another function of testes, they are responsible for the production of male hormone. That hormone is known as testosterone, also known as androgen hormone, responsible for secondary sexual characters in case of males. And here, in between seminiferous tubules, a cluster of cells, cluster means a group of cells are present. They are known as Leydig cells. Leydig cells also known as interstitial cells. And here, what is the function of interstitial cells? Or what is the role of interstitial cells? They are the responsible for the production of male hormone or testosterone hormone. That is the main function of Leydig cells. Clear? Okay. Dear students, in next class we will discuss about female reproductive system. Okay? Thank you.